Hi and welcome to another episode of Mr. Puzzle, today with a packing puzzle called the Green 13. Green 13 made and designed by Osaka in Japan. Should be a tricky one since it's stating a difficulty here 4 out of a maximum of 5 on his rating scale and a target time of 1.5 hours, which sounds quite challenging if you ask me. It does not come with a solution, and the task as usual on his puzzles is put all the pieces in the frame. So puzzle solved right here. You need to place it flat into this tray. Pretty easy concept, but I can imagine, same as the other puzzles he made, they can be quite tricky, and I'm not sure if this is just a plain trial and error puzzle or if this is really a tricky puzzle where the difficulty comes from an unusual solution and it might look a bit different than you initially expect. But before, I have something very cool for you today. It's a periodic table of the elements, which sounds pretty boring. Probably a lot of you guys like, oh, come on, what is this? But this one is cool because it comes with a physical probe of each element. Let me just zoom in a bit, and here you can see it comes with a physical piece of each element in a periodic table. And those are real. I mean, look from here, you can see the pieces, how they look. So it goes from hydrogen up here until uranium down here. Everything is included, and which is, from my point of view, a great idea. I really love that idea. The radioactive elements, of course, are not included, but everything else, and I only can say it again, I'm really stunned by how this is done. A great conversation piece, and by the way, you probably didn't know, something new for you to learn today. Every one of you is probably knowing CERN, yeah, the big particle accelerator, but there are more. There are actually more of them in the world, and one is actually like 1 kilometer away from where I'm sitting right now. It's called GSI, located in Darmstadt, Germany, and those elements here, 107 till 112, have been discovered 1 kilometer away actually from here. So we got number 107 here, borium, named after Niels Bohr, the Danish physicist who defined the atomic model with the nucleus in the center and the electrons rotating around it. We got another interesting one, hassium. Hassium, the state in Germany where I'm living in, is called Hessen in German. And hassium is named after this state. Next we got here meitnerium, after the Austrian physicist Lise Meitner, who described the nuclear fission. We got, and now it comes, do you know an element which is named after a city? Now you do. Darmstadtium, named after the city where I'm living in. Röntgenium, named after German physicist Wilhelm Röntgen, who discovered the X-rays. And Copernicum, named after Nicolaus Copernicus. I don't think I have to explain who this is. Also, the GSI was involved discovering the elements 113 till 118. But they have not been found here as far as I know. So, and now, don't tell me you already knew all of this. Let me know in the comments if this was a new information for you or not. Imagine an element named after you. Couldn't there be any better? I don't know. This probably will exist as long as mankind will exist. Pretty cool. But today's not about the elements. Today is about a puzzle, a pretty tricky puzzle. Maybe not as tricky as discovering a new element, maybe not as expensive as discovering a new element, but maybe a bit more fun. So, after spoiler break, you're gonna see my first attempt trying to solve the Green 13 by Osaka. So, let's start with this quite interesting and hopefully challenging puzzle. Let's first see, because I mentioned already in the introduction, to ensure that there is a solution which is covering the complete area. Let's just check how many of these tiles here fit inside those. So we got, yeah, okay, so we got a grid of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Do they fill the complete space? By the way, they can be also placed like this, I noticed. You know what? I will also start like this, because I think most people would start like this. I will start like this. Let's see. Okay. It also fits like so. This is an interesting one. Upright and horizontal pieces, when I see this. It does not really make it easier, but probably more tricky. And maybe one of these need to not be placed inside of a cutout like so, but can be also placed in a cutout like this, for example. As usual for the acrylic pieces, they get dirty really easy. Of dust sticking to them. Very tricky, very tricky. So far I'm entirely stumped, no idea how to proceed. I think there's like a crazy twist to it. I have the feeling it is, but I cannot tell you at this point what kind of twist. Some parts just not fit together, which is also from my point of view an indication that some of them are placed horizontal and others are placed vertical. This does actually not look too bad. Not really. I got 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, yeah. So I would have to fit it here, one here, one here, one here. And then I would have exactly the 4 holes for these white pieces left. So I definitely need to create 4 holes to fit all of the green tiles inside and then the white pieces. There's no other way. Okay, and I think there need to be a clear line where the pieces are twisted. For example, like a line here, you know, like a separation line like here. And then on this side, the pieces are sorted in a specific direction and in the other side in the other direction. No? Okay, so let's do it the other way around. I think this would be not, so this would not work too good here. So I will do, let's try it like 4 horizontal, like so, and 2 vertical. Does this fit? No. 3 vertical, okay, 3. Does also not turn out too well. This is fitting quite good so far. First time I got all pieces inside, which is not the solution, but I'm only missing like 1 more hole for the white pieces. Maybe I'm on a good way here. All of them are vertically, which I cannot believe would be the correct solution, to be honest. Can't imagine. After knowing the other puzzles from Juyasaka, cannot imagine that this is a correct solution. Maybe I can do it like so, yeah. Yeah, maybe. You know, something like this, maybe. Yeah, that I make at a certain point a split. Like so, you know, between vertical and horizontal. No way! You see this? Yeah! This was the right intention. Okay. And quite interesting. After I got 3 holes solved, it was only a tiny bit of rearranging the pieces and I got the right solution. Bam! Puzzle solved in about, I don't know, 35 minutes. Quite good, I guess, if I consider the solving time of 1.5 hours, but it made click when I had the 3 pieces together, or the 3 holes together. On these packing puzzles, I know it's sometimes hard to follow because I cannot show you the complete process on how to solve them. Therefore, I hope I can pick out the most important parts or the most interesting parts for you, that you can understand how I found the solution. Let me know in the comments if you like this review, if you like this puzzle. And yeah, that's it for today. And until next time, keep on puzzling!